right, what's going on, everybody? Wicked Wookie here, and streamer in a Deemer. I can say words, don't judge me. And we're joined today by my good buddy, Citizen Bob. Citizen Bob is more of a creator than a streamer, but, you know, it's all the same here. We like showing off content creators, whether they do creation or if they're doing it through Twitch and doing stuff live. We like to get everybody in here we can. Citizen Bob, welcome in, man.
Thank you for having me.
If you guys
I should the one to struggle with words, not you.
Citizen Bob is the Italian stallion.
Yeah.
So if you're not familiar, Citizen Bob also does sketch comedy stuff. He does stuff in game. He does green screen stuff. Very, very, very funny. I definitely recommend his channel. We're going to have links to that as well in the description. So make sure y'all go give him a follow. We're currently not racing, at least not yet. We may try to put one in here a little bit later, but currently Yater Valley decided to murder us as we flew around, randomly exploding. So we're going to do Streamer and Deemer a little bit differently. But yeah, let's hop into it. Bob, when did you first start playing Star Citizen?
It was one of the first, I guess. I backed the game in October 2012, so I'm a proud owner of a golden ticket. So I guess, I mean, as soon as the game was out in its first iteration, just the hangar, just running around, and that was me.
Okay, nice. So that's definitely before my time. What is a golden ticket?
I don't know. It's something that you have if you have backed long time ago. I think that a lot of people in the comments will know what that is. I guess it meant something. I just have it, and it reminds me how long I've been around Star Citizen.
So does that mean that you get to go to CIG headquarters to where they manufacture ships and you go on a tour and you just try not to, you know, it's like Willy Wonka, but instead of like a chocolate lake, it'll be like a double dog lake. You know, just don't eat from it.
You don't have to eat Asgard.
Yeah. Like, please do not eat the Asgard ships. Speaking of ships, what was your first ship that you pledged?
The first one was the Aurora, and I'll pronounce it as it should be pronounced, because it was in the basic package that I got from Kickstarter, and I've got it for a long time. That was my only ship for a long time. Nice ship. I'm in love with the Aurora.
I like the Aurora. Out of the two ships I had the options, or that I seen, it was the Mustang, the Aurora. I think the Aurora definitely looked a lot better.
Yeah.
Cool. So I know what your current ship is, but for everybody who doesn't know, what is your current ship that you have pledged?
Right now I'm flying with the Zeus, the Exploration, the Zeus, yes. So I'm still with RSI, but that's not my final ship for sure. I like it, but it's not I'm not in love with that.
So are you looking for something else to come out from RSI, or?
No. I mean, I'm not an RSI fan. I mean, even though the only two ships that I mentioned are from RSI. But I'm waiting actually for something special from Argo.
Okay. What are you looking for from Argo?
Exploration from Argo, because I've considered myself a Drake man. I like Drake very much, but and I wanted to like the Corsair very much, but somehow it didn't click. And now I'm more into Argo style, and I'm waiting for them to give me an exploration ship. I mean, I will take it for sure.
If you had to pick a favorite ship, or maybe just a ship you just find yourself winding up in the most, what ship would that be?
I feel I am obliged to say the Intrepid.
Okay.
I, I mean, that is the bobbest ship of the verse because it's ugly, and it's ugly. I mean, it's an objective thing, but I mean, it has something. I mean, the interiors are crazy beautiful. The sounds are beautiful, and I don't know. It gave me like some Star Wars vibe that never hurts, and it's fast. It's terrifically fast, and I tend to stay in the red and in the black screen like 70% of the time I fly that ship. But I love it. I mean, it's
Okay.
amazing, and it has huge amount of quantum fuel. So in Pyro that's a plus.
Yeah, I know whenever we play, you get on to help me with videos or whatever, you're always in the Aurora. So I figured you at least got to like it. Or sorry, Aurora. Yeah, Intrepid. Yeah, you're always in it. It's a good looking ship. Well, so here's the thing. It's not the best looking ship, but it's kind of like a Pontiac Fiero is not the best looking car, but they're instantly recognizable and they have their own kind of charm because they're like a cute, ugly kind of deal, right? Like so ugly they're cute.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I don't care so much to the like exterior looks, but the interior for me is way more important. And I think that the interior of the Intrepid is one of the best. And so I mean, that's my daily driver is that 100%. Yeah.
So for game loops, what is your favorite game loop in the game? Like bounty hunter, rock miner, salvager?
I tend to like break loops. I just do missions when I need money, and I rarely need money, so I rarely do missions. I just like to fool around a lot. I mean,
You're independently
that's
wealthy in the verse. Then I got you.
No, I'm just poor, and I don't care about having so much money because the thing that I like to do are cheap usually. So I don't have to grind so much.
Okay.
But I really like to just fool around and enjoy all the stuff that Star Citizen has to offer outside of those basic loop. And I think it's a loop in itself. I think that I'm not the only one who like to do that. So I would say just a random loop. I just fooling around loop, game loop. I would call it that way.
Okay. I feel like in my mind, I'm just imagining like hashtag van life, but spaceship. Go where you want, do what you want, not tied down to any one particular.
Yeah. Well, I would say that I will love the exploration game loop if it's ever going to be a game loop in that field, because it's hard to see a game loop for exploration. It's too vast. But I would define myself as a wannabe explorer. And right now, my way of interpreting exploration is just to go around and see what can I do with what I have. And sometimes even go a little bit further, like when I try to have the Ursa floating just by having them tractor beam each other. So that's what I look for in the game.
Okay. So speaking of exploration, what do you, cause the game isn't what it was originally going to be, because I didn't think at the time that the software and everything could have planets look like they look. So we're not going to have a lot of planets with nothing on it like Elite. You know, Elite has, you know, millions of planets you can go to, but it's just a ball more or less, right? There's not, there's not weather there. There's not snow. There's not, you know, all the things that we have. So what would you think would be a good solution to make it feel like you are exploring space in the game?
Unique features in planets, and by unique features I mean of course, we think about what we have. So on Earth, I would say the Everest, the Grand Canyon, the I don't know, all these special places on Earth. And right now, I think we Star Citizen needs those in order to give you the reason to like go someplace and have like a beautiful panorama. And sometimes CIG just provide us with glitches that are amazing, but they tend to correct those. So we have weird mountains and weird canyons, but those are errors. So, but I say that if you start having like those places and like figure out some reason to go there. I mean, I would love to just take my ship and try to find those places, and try to find some places that nobody has found yet, and just being the first or among the first. I mean, those are the very reason for real life exploration. I think that Star Citizen is big enough to stand on those very same reasons.
So 4.2 has literally only been live for what, less than 24 hours, maybe, at the time of we're recording this.
Yeah.
But I know you've seen like some of the stuff that's come out on it. What's been your favorite thing that you've seen or maybe experienced in this patch?
That's hard, actually. I mean, I've not experienced directly almost anything, but I really love the weather effect. I mean, I was waiting for those because, again, it adds a new layer on planets and a new perspective, a new point of view, a new way, new lighting. I mean, that is something that I was really waiting for, and I think they got it pretty right in this first iteration. So I would say that, but still, I still have to try everything, try the missions. Even I'm not a horror fan, and I think that the CIG is going toward like it's going to be a horror FPS game in the next few months with those missions. I mean, the trailer was terrifying. So, but I still have to try those. So I don't know. But the rain is great, actually great.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the type of content you make for anybody that's not familiar with it.
Yeah, I would define my content. I usually define my content as idiotic contents because I don't dare to call that comedy. But the purpose of my content is just to make people laugh or at least smile. Because I mean, I've been around Star Citizen for a very long time, and I've followed a lot of content creators, and I've seen that there is a lot of serious stuff going around Star Citizen. Sometimes I find it even a little too much, and so I just said to myself that maybe some lighter form of content would be nice. And I mean, that's when I found you, actually, because I was doing a survey in looking for other content creators that created like some lighthearted content. And that's how it began, actually.
Did you YouTube search Space Redneck?
No, I don't know. Maybe. No, and from that moment, I tried various form of content. Of course, I mean, I wasn't sure if I wanted to show my beautiful face on screen, so I tried different like cartoons, like animations and stuff. But in the end, it was necessary for me to step up and get ahead of the camera and make a fool of myself in order to make people laugh. And I think it's kind of working. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun, and I want to make sure that I do not intend to insult anyone with my work. I mean, especially people from CIG. Of course, my comedy is, I mean, I'm sarcastic. I tend to mock their work, but that is not my intention. I mean,
Right.
have you ever tried to be fun and be gentle at the same time? It's impossible. You have to be mean if you want to be fun. So that's me. It's just comedy. It's just for a laugh, and that's it. I love Star Citizen. I love what they're doing, and that's just, I mean, try to enlighten the day of the people who watch my content.
Yeah, man. I think you do excellent stuff, man. I really like it. The first thing that I saw was, what was it, like Bob Goes Bunker rating or something. It was you holding like various, like your green screen, right? It's like you recorded like the bunker, but you're holding like toy guns. I think you're holding maybe like maybe like a broom or something that wasn't even a gun, I think.
No, I have like the gun. So the small weapons is a wooden gun that I stole.
That's what it was. It was wooden gun. Yeah.
And it's actually mine. I gave it to my son, but it's actually mine. So it's just a rightful take back. But when I have to step up with bigger guns, I tend to take my black umbrella. That is the that is the automatic gun. So those are the two weapons that I usually use. And my armor is it's been a while. I should go back to that costume. It was the bike helmet. That's my version of the why not helmet.
Gotcha. So. in your new stuff, the Bob as a developer, where you pretty much take the footage out of them talking, but show like what they're showing, and you're kind of giving this explanation of the new features, or the new patches, or the new ship, as if you were a CIG employee, sort of. You know, that is the funniest thing, man. I think it's I'm gonna leave some links, so I'm gonna go check them out. But they're very funny. They're very well done.
I really enjoy to do those. Because I mean, it's just, I wouldn't say that it's easy to do those, but I mean the game is so vast, and you have so many like gray area and stuff that people says. Of course, Reddit is a huge font of inspiration for those, and so I mean, as soon as the original video comes out, I mean, I have the script like in 2 hours. That's how fast.
I cannot write a script that fast. That's impressive.
No, but I mean, it's because I mean, that's how fast the community goes in saying positive stuff and negative stuff. Yeah. And I just have to add my stuff and to like meld all together in something that is not too mean, but it still touch the right buttons. Yeah. And the CIG also kindly provides for the video material, so the footage. I don't have to. Yeah. And then I just the only effort that I had to do is just take a still shot of the background that Jared usually use. There was in one video, it just goes out from one moment and comes back out the moment later. There is just like 2 frames in which there is just the background. I got that, and that is mine forever now. So I own that background of CIG Studios. So very I mean, nice. That's legit, actually.
This is legit. This is a legitimate salvage.
Yeah, of course.
So, as we know, Star Citizen has a lot of bugs / features. If there's some constructive feedback for CIG on something maybe you see as an issue, what would that feedback be?
Well, I wouldn't say that I have constructive criticism toward bugs or glitches, because I mean that is hell, and I do not have. I have zero experience in that. One advice that I would tell them is that they have focused a little bit too much on the combat side of things. And I would say to them, just give us some other kind of content too. because I remember that we have like investigative missions in which you have to go in that 0G station. I think it's quite near here, I guess. It's
Kovalax.
yeah, the Gando something. That was really nice because you had to like pick up data logs from computers. You have to pick up proof evidences, and then we have also like little glimpse of gameplay, like the code that you have to use to like get out of the prison if you want to get out early. Not that I ever been to prison, of course.
Of course not.
Well, of course not. I've just heard it from my cousin, and you have to like look for the code and insert the code. I mean, they already have those kind of mechanics in game, and if they just put those together and provide us with like less mission, you knew that I had to do that in in this video.
I got you.
And something a little more like calm but still challenging. That would be something. That would be something that I really like. I don't know if it's like constructive criticism, but it's like a desire, maybe.
Yeah, I think the community would like it for sure. More story-based stuff, just different Kovalax missions. So to end on a positive note, what is your favorite thing about Star Citizen? If you had to pick one.
Well, I think I kind of already said is the fact that I can do whatever I want and go wherever I want and find new stuff every time I go there. But since I want to say another thing is that even if I've backed in 2012, there is still a lot of stuff that I've never tried in Star Citizen. That is one of the craziest part of this game for me. It also means that I'm not like a great player, maybe of the game, but I've never, let's say, I've never evaded from prison. I've only recently found out about the racetrack in Horizon. Let's say I've never had like a medical mission in which I am the medic. I have plenty of those in which I am the injured one, but I've never.
that is currently known as victims.
Yeah, I don't like that term.
when you use the medical thing, I usually, I don't think anybody uses them anymore. I think you're pretty much going to get murdered if you put out a medical beacon.
yeah, that's why. But anyway, and I think that there are another plenty of those that I've never tried, and it's 13 years. No, it's 13 years. Damn, and so that is the best thing about Star Citizen for me.
Awesome. All right, Bob. Well, I mean, I appreciate you coming on, man, and doing an interview with me, shooting some stuff.
Thank you very much.
The race didn't quite work out. We got rained out by explosions. But still, great having you on. Everybody, go check out Citizen Bob. I'm going to have his link to his YouTube channel. Very, very funny stuff. Highly recommend him. Go like and subscribe on his channel. And Bob, again, thanks for coming out, man.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.